So here we are with the last press conference for today. Peter Svidler, Fabiano Caruana just finished their game in a draw, which was, well, disappointment for one and relief for the other. So lot of things happened, and well, who's going to start first? I'm really curious to
I don't know. I mean,
to know what has happened there.
I kind of got out prepared and also played a very bad move. It would be 6.
So
B6 is surprisingly still playable, but yeah, you allowed too much. For some reason, here I think you actually have to take with the f pawn, surprisingly. And this is not so bad, but playing like this is kind of hard if you don't know the answers.
I thought I would just regret it positionally. I'm not.
Yeah, but HG6 is kind of the thing is the position you're getting is
very dangerous.
It's incredibly dangerous. And
I thought knight c3 was also pretty strong.
You take queen g5, I thought,
and rook h4.
King g7
and queen a4 I thought was very strong.
Yeah, I forgot about queen a4.
It looked like
No, I mean I have a choice, but I thought what I was doing was winning, and that was kind of my problem, because I went for this position. I saw that d4 looks very promising, and I felt that this somehow has to be enough. Although I'm sure I was missing a lot of details here, because judging by what the machine is showing, I mean I hadn't seen a number of things here, but my first miss here was I thought rook h8 loses for 2 reasons. I thought I can also, in a simpler way, I can do this, take on h8, and then pick up on b7. And when Fabiano played rook h8 immediately, I realized that in this position, the king, I think king f8 is more precise. The c3 pawn is winning, is hanging, and I'm actually completely lost, because like e5, queen g7, and everything gets controlled. So I had to switch to my other idea, but I thought this was also winning. Queen f4 check, king g7, takes. Unfortunately for me, if I go rook d1, I think you make a draw in.
I thought rook d8 was
a draw.
Rook
d8 I thought was a draw, yeah, which was very regrettable, because rook d1, if you have to play queen e8, I was kind of curious about this position. Queen f6 check, king g8, rook d6. I thought this might be something. Although the machine now, I mean, we should probably switch this off because it's annoying. It says it's a draw, and this is the last time I will quote the Fritz 11 we have running on this machine.
It's probably bad for black here, but I mean rook d8 is a clean draw.
Yeah, but rook d8 is an obvious draw. And after castles, I thought this was completely winning, but I forgot about rook f8. You can start with rook f8 as well here, but it transposes, I guess.
But isn't it winning? I mean, this endgame, initial endgame you've got in the game, I mean, it looked like. Yeah,
I also thought I was winning there, but I mean, if not for rook f8, black can just resign here. King g8, I briefly considered doing something clever here, but I don't think I can actually improve on.
I don't think there's any reason to avoid.
Like I can. Whoops, sorry. I can do some. No, after rook f8. If you start with rook f8 here, I can try to set some traps, but you still play queen h5.
Don't I have rook f7, rook h1 is just.
Rook f7, rook h1. This is the.
And rook f5.
Very beautiful. Yeah, I could try catching you like this, but you probably would have seen it. I guess you know it's a very beautiful variation, but against you, I'm not really hoping to get this on the board somehow. And in this position, you play queen h5 anyway. Rook d7 check, king g8. I have to take. I take on b7, and here you have a number of possibilities. You can play knight a5, rook a7, rook f2, which was kind of annoying me a little bit. And you can also play knight e5, f4, put it somewhere, I'm not sure. Let's say, I don't know, c4, rook a7, and try for h4. But here I think bishop h3 might be very strong. So I had a choice. I could get this position, I think, in the game as well.
Don't I have any other options?
Well, I didn't think so, to be honest. But I thought the one I got in the game was more clearly winning, to be honest.
Can I play...
Well, you can play knight e5, but I think you will not really enjoy it.
Same story, right?
Yeah, knight e5, rook b7, because knight d3, I just play king c2. This is never an idea.
Can I play rook f2?
And if you play rook f2...
Bishop f3 or something.
Yeah, I thought something like queen e7 might be very strong here as well. Because you don't actually have any checks, and in a position like this, I don't think you will actually untie yourself, because there's bishop d5 in the end. And I think I'm just winning material.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It looks a bit messy compared to the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought this was just totally winning for me, because I knew you will never... I mean, knight c6, bishop g2, you can just resign. I didn't expect that, but I thought this position should also be...
bishop g2, rook c8, I can try to play the rook ending. I thought rook c8.
No, what rook? You're not getting any rook
just bishop e4.
No rook endings for you. No, I just collect everything here. I start with the g6 pawn and I then proceed to collect everything else. Now this is just completely dead loss. But after knight c4, e5,
I thought rook a4 was one possibility.
Started misplaying this.
Was there any problem with f5? Which
f5.
Well, I thought it was
take takes knight d6. And
I was going to play knight e3. I mean, this was.
Yeah, this I didn't consider too carefully, but yeah, I don't know. I started getting worried because, for instance, if the rooks come off, let's put something like this on the board, like a normal position like this, takes,
And king f7.
like knight f5, g4, knight d6, just to illustrate. And I started getting very, very scared I will not win this.
I had a
because there's no entry square anywhere.
Yeah.
I might have to go for some a4, a5, king to a4 or something like that. Yeah, and then, you know, pawns will start coming off.
But isn't it just going to be Zugzwang? If you play a4, you put the king on f3 and then try to play g5, king g4? Let's say play king f7.
Let's say,
king d3, king g5, king f3.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Can't you move like king h4?
Yeah, first of all, I mean, if we get here, you wanted to do something like bishop c6, king g5, king g3 or something.
Then the knight is
and now the knight
but now the knight is free, yeah. So, yeah, I wasn't really sure I'm winning here. I mean, normally with the bishop against knight on two sides, you're winning easily, but because the structure black has remaining is so perfect for the knight on d6 to control every single entry square, I started getting very worried about this. And I feel like I actually did the right thing. I was actually very happy when you played the f4 because I was much more worried about some kind of a waiting move. I don't know.
Like king f8.
Yeah, like I wasn't sure what I was going to do after king f8, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably continue improving, but I thought this was winning because I do have to return my extra pawn, but I drive the knight to f1. And I think my biggest mistake, to be honest, was not playing rook b7, which was my original intention. Because if Fabiano plays rook f6 here, I get the same position as in the game, but it should be completely winning here because the b6 pawn is also hanging to you know, in addition to everything else black has. So the reason I didn't do this is I thought the g pawn will start running, and I thought this might actually get a little bit awkward, but it was still stronger than what I did, I'm pretty sure. And I should have done that and calculated this properly because I mean it's not that clear.
Maybe you can play bishop c6 here.
Well, bishop c6, I always run into this c4 check, and if you box in my king like this, like bishop c6, c4, king c2, I really am not sure I'm doing this right, to be honest. Like g3 and king g7, and you know this does get messy. You know it wasn't as pointless as all that, but still, I had about 7 minutes here, and I should have spent more of them on this decision because I think it was, you know, like a very important turning point.
It's like a couple of moves ago we thought like it was an easier win, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, but rook f3
and just pick off the g pawn.
And
then win with 2.
Yeah, that probably is winning. Yeah. No, I should have definitely gone for that. I don't know why I decided not to be honest. Yeah, that was clearly a misplay.
I still have tricks after rook f3.
No, of course you do, but generally this does feel like I'm winning. Very close to winning here. And yeah, but I calculated somehow I had this feeling that what I was doing was correct, and I had a feeling this was winning. And actually, maybe rook e3 is even stronger than knight e4, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought king d5.
Knight e4 here. But maybe c4 was. I was kind of hoping c4 is strong because
if I bishop c4.
Yeah, the thing is, you play king f8, and if I play e6, you have this stupid b5 move, and suddenly I have no squares.
And king d6.
I think it's well. You can even start with no. No, this is probably too much. Or is it?
No, it doesn't seem to be too much.
Yeah, you can even start with b5 actually.
Oh no, but here e7.
E7
king f7. Yeah, that was kind of the point because it starts getting awkward, and also at this point I was down to about a minute, and yeah, but this you didn't play. But the position we both aimed for after bishop c6, rook c3. First of all, king d5 is also interesting, but you also play rook e3, and yeah. Once again, it feels like I'm making some kind of progress, but both c and g at some point start running, and
Here I thought I was out of danger. If you
Maybe,
can't play
yeah.
e6.
Well, I can play e6, but...
Yeah, but I thought I couldn't...
Yeah, but then it starts running.
No, but e6 I thought I had another move.
Knight g5 or something, or... No.
No, knight g5 doesn't work.
No, I think you kind of need to play knight f6 here, king d6, and start pushing yours, because, I mean, I am making quite a lot of progress in the center. But, yeah, c4, c3 simply, and once it gets to c3, it attracts so much of my resources that I wasn't sure I was winning. And also, at this point I started, badly regretting, because at this point I could give 2 checks and get to move 20. And I had 57 minutes against half an hour, and I thought, I shouldn't be giving Fabiano moves, he should be the one in time trouble. But by move 36 or so, I thought, I really could use a little bit more time here to make the final decisions before the first time control. So, yeah, and somehow I felt this must be winning after king b6, and after c4 I once again would have gotten more winning chances, but I guess knight c3 is a draw.
Yeah, I mean, I saw...
I thought maybe this is a try, but then I think king f8.
Or can't I just play
g5?
Or, okay, king f8 is...
Yeah, and the thing is, I still cannot do this because you have this knight b5 check.
This is a
Yeah,
draw.
because knight e4 king b4, I would start getting hopeful again. This isn't so clear, like takes, knight c5, have bishop b5. And I control all those squares, and you might not actually make a draw here, who knows. But yeah, there's rook e5 and knight b5 check is an immediate draw, I think, unless it gets caught.
No, it gets cut on a7, that's what I was looking at during the game in some...
Huh?
I mean, if... After...
Yeah, here we also looked at this line.
I mean, here I have rook e1, which is an immediate draw, but
Yeah.
I spent some time considering this, and this does seem to be losing. Because,
Yeah.
a4.
Yeah, that does seem kind of strong, I guess. Not you? No. Have you misplayed it? Yeah, you probably should get the king closer to...
Yeah, but how do you get there in time? King c5, yeah. Okay.
No, but still
no, it's
g3
still
knight
g3,
c8. How is this winning? But I mean, even bishop takes g4, you might actually lose if the king is so far away. It's very tricky, these endgames.
Yeah, but then...
Yeah,
but then maybe a4 or...
Sorry?
Maybe a4, to start with a4 instead of king d6.
Yeah, g4.
Where g4 is the most...
Yeah,
and then
take,
to take
yeah,
it.
it's better to get it to a4.
So
Yeah, this could very easily be losing for you, actually.
Yeah, I have to go
The
here.
same way it will be trapped on a5, right?
Yeah, like...
Check and bishop
Yeah.
d5.
Yeah, and collect it. Yeah, but
But
you
rook
don't need
e1
this.
is a
You don't
simple
need
draw.
this. And also, I think, yeah, rook
Yeah,
e5.
so I mean, I rejected it because of rook e7.
Yeah, king f8, rook e8, king f7, and
Yeah, and I have this knight e5 move.
knight c5. I mean, king c5, knight e7. This is. I mean, we hadn't seen this, but by this point, I wasn't really seeing clearly at all. So,
Yeah, because c4, king c5, I thought is losing.
very possibly. I mean, but yeah, and after c4, I had one more shot at redemption, so to speak, and I made a ridiculous mistake here because actually pushing the pawn to e6 makes Fabiano's life much easier because it gives him the f6 square for the knight in every single variation. I should just keep the pawn on e5, and after a4 it might still be a draw, we don't really know, but it would make his life much harder because after c3 I can give a check, king h8, rook c7, and we get like, it's exactly like the position in the game, only my pawn is already on a4, and also the pawn on a5 controls all the important squares. It might still be a draw after c2, rook c2, knight c3 for all we know, but at least here I would force Fabiano to make some awkward decisions, and might also not be a draw somewhere here, like king d4, force you to go rook e1 and go, I don't know, immediate e6 or rook c6, I don't know, might be a problem for you. Once again, we don't really know.
Couple of checks.
Yeah, I mean, it's very
yeah.
awkward for black. So yeah, from king takes b6, I think the next two moves from both sides might be inaccurate. Definitely mine is inaccurate because I mean, this is now just a dead draw because from a long way off I somehow I thought knight b6, knight f6, bishop b3, and if black plays g5 here, yeah, after rook f7 as well.
I thought king c5 is a million.
Yeah, but both moves. King c5 might be strong, and also rook f7 starts becoming very annoying for you because I
can't play c2.
c2, rook c7. That was kind of the point.
Rook
yeah.
b3.
Yeah, that's a nice way to lose a game. Yeah, good. That would have been a crowning achievement. But king c5 probably is very strong, followed by king d4. But yeah, once you play g5, I play a4 here. First of all, you can start pushing, but also after knight f6, I suddenly realized that I can't even play bishop b3 because c2
you can play bishop a2, but then...
yeah, but...
I even have... I can just start pushing because I have rook takes e6 in the end, and I promote...
Yeah, you can play rook e2 as well.
Yeah.
And after bishop c4, c2... no, rook c8 check. Yeah, I was hallucinating like crazy here, because here you can actually take the rook, because knight d5 is no longer picking up the rook.
Yeah, I was just going to play bishop a2, g4.
Yeah, but you can start pushing, because actually in this position I'm probably worse. First of all, there's rook e6, but I think this might be even stronger. Queen
and knight g8.
Queen and knight g8, and you're actually starting first. I have to make a move because the discovered check is a threat.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to defend.
Yeah, this probably is...
you can probably play kings.
Yeah, I can probably play kings somewhere, like king b7, king b8, and pretend everything is fine, but it didn't really feel like, you know, this is something I should be attempting after everything that's gone on. So yeah, bishop d5 check e6 is just slightly insane.
Okay, have nothing to add to this.
Yeah, kind of regrettable, because once again I seem to be reasonably well prepared, but playing actual chess is a problem. Seems to be an insurmountable problem of some sort. But okay.
Well, no free day tomorrow, but we're starting the second half of the tournament. Everything might change for both of you. So good luck.
Thank you.
And, well, I think that's been enough for today.
Sure.
Thank you very much.